The Cleanup Crew by Cheryl Schmidt. Fade in. Interior, Crime Scene Cleaners, Inc. Kitchen, Chicago, night. George, 40s, ex-military, diplomatically creates order wherever he goes. He opens drawers looking for something. He reaches in the sink and pulls out a large, dirty knife. George turns an accusing eye to his son, Sam, 20. Sam types away on his phone. He secretly believes in Santa Claus.
Did you hear me, son?
I can't imagine anything more important than what you're saying to me right now.
Where is it?
Where's what?
You ate the whole thing?
You should bake it in multiples of 2.
It was a sheet cake.
George wipes the knife and returns it to the sink.
What? It's Christmas time. Baking should be biblical.
Come on, Sam, we gotta go.
Can I just, for once, come home on a break and do something normal? Now, who's working it with us?
George looks at him sheepishly. Sam's shoulders slump. Interior, vacuum repair store, night. An immaculate showroom filled with vintage vacuum cleaners in various states of disrepair. Tracy, 30s, a tiny tank with an explosive mouth, takes in George and Sam's story.
Shit, an even dozen?
Yeah.
Fuck, that's a lot, George. No wonder you called me. What we got? Murder, suicide, serial killer, some kind of cult?
Don't know.
No problem. I'll do a quick seance to find out what's what, and then clear out the spirits. Zip, zip.
This is what I'm talking about. Just gonna make this a whole thing. We're cleaning up blood and going home. No seance, no clearing, no voodoo mystical crap.
So you won't be doing any of that, will you, Tracy?
Where is it?
Exterior, Adler Planetarium, night. Ice-cold waves crash against stone barriers meant to protect the Adler Planetarium from Lake Michigan. A white van, emblazoned with crime scene cleaners, pulls up and parks. Sam, Tracy, and George climb out in biohazard bodysuits.
So, they were stabbed. And they haven't caught the guy yet? You know, they say the killers like to return to the scene of the crime. Maybe he's watching us right now.
A lone figure, dressed in black, watches them from a bench. He appears and disappears with each suck on his cigar. Feeling eyes on them, all three turn and stare back at the lone figure. He butts out a cigar, stands, and walks slowly toward the crew. Sam shifts nervously and looks at Tracy.
I hate you so much.
The lone figure passes under a street lamp to reveal he's an imposing security guard. Interior, Adler Planetarium, dining room, night. The security guard opens a door to a private dining room with an angled glass ceiling offering a spectacular view of the night sky. He flicks on a dim light. Tracy strides through the door and surveys the scene. George follows and comes to an abrupt stop next to her. Sam slams into George's back and peeks around his shoulder. Tables are strewn to the room's edges. At the center, 12 large bloodstains form a ring around a pentagram.
Great.
You seen anything like this before?
No, but my money's on a demonic possession. Satanic cult combo.
Always with the cults. Dad!
Let's not go down this road.
It's the winter solstice. They go batshit crazy.
A shadow momentarily blocks the moonlight from above. They all look up. The shadow slowly slides down the glass.
What was that?
George shakes his head. He doesn't know. Tracy crouches down to inspect the dark red spots on the floor.
He stabbed them in a circle. Why didn't they run? I mean, wouldn't you run? It's like they just stood there waiting their turn. Who does that? I'm gonna ask them.
She sits on the floor at the center of the pentagram.
Ask who? Dad, she's doing that thing.
All right, I'm ending this. Tracy, I need you to get up.
Don't worry about it. I got this. Go get your supplies. I'll be done by the time you get back.
Exterior, Adler Planetarium, night. Sam hands George a bucket with cleaning supplies and red biohazard bags. He slams the van door shut and glares at him.
I know. Don't say it.
They walk in silence. A twig snaps. George picks up his pace. Interior, Adler Planetarium, lobby, night. The security guard lets George and Sam back inside and steps outside for a smoke. They watch him disappear around a corner as if he's abandoning them, then slowly turns to face the dining room. Something's not right. A scream. They drop their supplies and break into a run. Interior, Adler Planetarium, dining room, night. George and Sam rush in. Tracy's hovering face down, just off the floor. She can't move.
What did you do?
I don't know.
The bloodstains move across the floor like mercury beads rolling over each other until every last bit of blood merges into one massive red ring. It spins and lifts her off the ground, like a gear finally catching. Tracy jerks into orbit.
Dad?
George is frozen in place. That's just great. Sam marches over to Tracy. She rotates at head level, picking up speed.
You know, I've had enough of this. It's Christmas, goddammit. I should be home right now, building gingerbread houses and drinking cocoa, but Here we are.
Sam watches her turn, finds a gap to jump on, grabs onto her legs, and dangles like an ornament. They revolve as one.
Respectfully, Mr. Demon, Evil Spirit, sir, you gotta trust me here. You don't want any part of this woman. She's relentless. She never shuts up. If you take her, you will never have a moment's peace.
All movement stops, a long pause. Tracy and Sam look at each other expectantly, then drop to the floor in a tangle of arms and legs. Tables and chairs flip upright and settle back onto the original position. The blood swirls up and out an open skylight. The floor is pristine, like no crime ever happened. Sam and Tina scramble to their feet, grab George, and race through the door. It slams shut behind them. Exterior, planetarium entrance, night. Sam, George, and Tracy hightail it past the security guard.
All done?
So done.
So done. Merry Christmas.
Fade out.